Meeting of the committee will please come to order. Today's hearing will focus on the issue of black carbon and global warming. Black carbon is commonly known as soot. It's emitted from our diesel trucks, our trains, our planes, ships, and even our fireplaces. Over the years, Congress and the Environmental Protection Agency have focused on tiny particles like black carbon because they cut short the lives of our seniors and sicken our children. However, black carbon is also important because of the ongoing role it plays in the warming of the Earth. Today we'll hear that black carbon may be responsible for almost 20% of the warming the planet is currently experiencing. Experts will tell us that black carbon may be the second most significant global warming pollutant after carbon dioxide. Yet controlling black carbon has not been seriously examined at the federal level as a possibly mitigating global warming. At today's hearing, we will explore what may seem to be an overwhelmingly complex issue involving atmospheric chemistry, global climate modeling, and literally millions of sources of air pollution. It may seem complex, and indeed there are complexities and unanswered questions, but it is manageable. Here's what we know. Global warming is happening, and carbon dioxide is the principal pollutant of concern. Other pollutants, like black carbon, also contribute to the problem. Because black carbon doesn't stay in the atmosphere as long as carbon dioxide, controlling it may achieve major benefits in the short term. We may need short-term benefits in order to prevent irreversible impacts from occurring. Reducing particulate air pollution like black carbon could also achieve major public health benefits. This is not a theoretical issue. We can now see the impacts of global warming with our own eyes. To illustrate this last point, I have several slides of glaciers that I'd like to put up on the screen. The first is Carroll Glacier in Alaska. As you can see, this glacier has basically disappeared in the 97 years between these photographs were taken. There you see it where it's a straight glacier, untouched by any warming, complete ice, no deterioration. We will soon see a photograph that shows a very different picture. We also have photographs which we will exhibit in the near term, and these photographs are of McCall Glacier, which has receded dramatically over the last 45 years, and then there's also Toboggan Glacier that's vanished over the course of 90 years. Well, the glaciers of the world are receding, and there you can see the Carroll Glacier in Alaska. These receding glaciers are one measure of the warming that we now know to be occurring, but it isn't the only one. What's happening in the Arctic is alarming. We have a time-lapsed animation, we hope, of the Arctic sea ice. This animation shows that the last 30 years of summer sea ice, based upon data compiled by the National Snow and Ice Data Center. It begins in 1978 and runs through 2007. While Arctic sea ice has been consistently declining over the years, this past summer was truly stunning. Let's see if we can play that animation.
I'll just take your word for it. Sure.
If you look on the right, you can see the area that is now has now been lost, which has opened up perhaps sea lanes that we never expected, but problems that we should definitely be concerned about it. Global warming is happening, and the planet's natural systems are giving us every reason to pay attention to this problem. Today we have a very distinguished panel, and I thank you all for being here. Ann, for paying attention to this problem. And I'm pleased that you've agreed to appear, and we look forward to your testimony. We want to bring in part of the debate on global warming that has not been the focus of attention yet on the Hill, and we think this hearing will give us the opportunity to do that. Mr. Davis?